I've told you many times about how to hold and how not to, how important it is not to snap your shoulders. I've been telling you about this for many times, but I don't know. I will keep on improving, but I think finally now I really got to know how to do it. Okay. What I think is that popping is extremely hard. It's very hard. It doesn't happen. You can't pop because how do you give tension to only your muscle and make this effect? This is impossible. So, when you first learn popping, you wonder, oh, how is this possible? I think I can't pop. How do you pop like this? So, almost all the poppers, what they do is they learn how to snap their shoulders. That's what I think happens to almost all the poppers. Like, if you have, I'm not talking about dancing, just normal posture. Think about the normal posture. There's rarely times when you let go of the tension completely. Do you understand? But poppers, when they first learn popping, what they do in order to do the pop, they learn how to get rid of the tension in their shoulders, so they can drop or they can bang their shoulders like this. They learn to do this because they try hard to do the pop, but they can't do it. So what they discover is this method. Okay. So the way you not bang your shoulders and do the pop is the opposite, which means you bring the tension back. Okay? If you keep your tension, I don't mean to be this tense, right? The least tension that you normally have, not only when you're dancing, but when you're in your everyday activity, the posture of everyday activity. Okay? You just keep the tension in your body so that your body can move or keep a certain posture. Okay? You can't lift your arm if you have no tension in your arm. It's like that. So what you do is you bring the least tension that you need back to your shoulders. Okay? That means you learn how to hold your shoulders. Hold it. I don't mean keep the tension like this, but just hold it. Okay? Without giving too much tension. You hold your shoulders so it doesn't drop or bang or whatever you do. Okay? So that's when you can pop without banging the shoulder. This was so hard for me. This was so hard. But I got the idea from popping taco, sugar pop, Boogaloo Waleed, and Boogaloo Sam. They don't snap their shoulders when they pop. So I wondered how they do that. So hold your shoulders from dropping or snapping or whatever. And then to hold your shoulders, you keep the least tension in your shoulders. Don't let it snap. If you keep the tension, if you let go of the tension completely, what you do is when you put tension in your muscles, the shoulder drops or snaps. So don't make your shoulders do this. Okay? Keep it. Hold your shoulders. But it's very difficult to know if I'm holding my shoulder or if I'm not holding my shoulder. It's very difficult to tell. But there's no way but to find that feeling. Oh, I'm not holding my shoulder. Oh, it's banging. My shoulder is banging. Okay. Oh, I think I'm holding the shoulder now. If you get to know, if you discover the feeling of holding your shoulder, okay, try to do that in every position. So that you can do it in any position. Okay? It's very hard to find this point where you hold your shoulders, but you need to find it. One tip, how do you know if you're holding your shoulder or not? It's not just the appearance. Appearance is not enough, okay? If you're dropping your shoulders or snapping your shoulders slightly, maybe it's hard to tell. So what is the indication? How do you judge if you're holding your shoulder or not? If your shoulder hurts after you pop, you're snapping your shoulder. That's a clear indication of you snapping your shoulder. If you snap your shoulder, whether you drop it or just press it down like this, if you snap your shoulders will hurt after you pop. That's how you tell. So you intentionally try to hold your shoulders when you pop. And then, if you're not sure if you're holding it properly or not, the indication would be your shoulders hurting after you pop. If your shoulders hurt, it means you're snapping it. Okay? This is very hard. What I thought about, why do I study this much? It's because after I popped, right, my shoulders hurt every time, and I thought that was wrong. You can't be hurting yourself if you're doing something right. If you're dancing right, there should be no place that would hurt other than the muscle aching because your muscle is tired. Your muscles are tired, okay? So other than that, if you're hurting yourself, if you feel pain, that's wrong.